Well, hello all. This is DBJ, Third Pillar of Exploration, my new limited series. Of course, this talks about the third pillar, along with the that sits side by side with the other two pillars of combat and social interaction. But it is my job, my duty, my calling to help enhance your games and your setting and your play style by giving you hints and advice on using the third pillar. This one is about noise, loud, obnoxious, deafening, ear-splitting, migraine-inducing noise. It can come from thunderstorms, explosions, powerful winds, near waterfalls, noisy, overworked factories, any place you can think of, loud crowds cheering for their favorite sports team, or gladiator arenas, or building a big factory, building starships. It could be a wind tunnel on an alien planet, anything that creates loud noise. Now, it may be difficult to think in while the game is going about whether there are loud noises or not, how often those loud noises happen, and if it will affect your environment. Now, when it comes to the quote-unquote temporary loud noises like thunder or explosions, you may want to use a randomizer. Maybe roll a die and say that it happens every once in a while. Maybe roll a die and say when this particular number or series of numbers arrives, let's say you roll a d4, say, hey, if I roll a 1, boom, you guys cannot hear anything. The thunder just rolls for miles and miles and echoes around, echoing off the mountain sides and the valley, and or maybe some modern day and it's echoing off the buildings or something. Or it could be a massive war. And if there's war, maybe it's a World War I or World War II, and there's bombing raids, and the noise is just deafening. Well, remember that although we have a game and all the players are sitting around the table, or you're playing online with everyone, they may not be able to hear each other unless they're literally yelling in each other's ear and trying to wave and get someone's attention. So maybe this costs like a simple action, or like what some games call a bonus action. You know, it's a simple action such as like drawing a weapon or preparing something in your hand or whatever. Maybe it takes so much energy to tap someone and give them instructions and tell them what's going on that it costs too much time and energy just to get their attention and for them to comprehend what you're trying to say. Maybe you've mind controlled an enemy, but they can't hear your instructions. Or you have a weapon or some kind of magical ability or psionic ability to affect sound waves, but it has a limited or maybe no effect at all on your opponents. I mean, when you're under a loud waterfall, is one larger sound going to affect you that much? Not really. It's like being, maybe you're assassins and you're tracking another assassin in a big crowd at a big concert with music, and you're near the speakers and it's so loud and deafening, and there's no way to signal one of your party members that there's an assassin and a sniper ready to shoot them, but you see the red dot. You've got to do something. Maybe you tackle your friend out the way, or you throw something, or you shoot at the sniper instead, but everyone can see you because you're standing up on stage with your pistol. You know, all these things can make a simple scene dynamic by just removing the sound, not being able to hear. Along with it being noisy is the subset of no noise at all, a vacuum. Under the effects of a spell, or maybe a scientific device that prevents all sound at all from entering or leaving a particular zone. Those things are very important, and I understand in your classic Dungeons and Dragons, there are spells with verbal components that will be useless when you cannot verbalize those things out in the open, or anyone for them to hear you verbally tell them or give them an instruction. Maybe being in a complete silent glow prevents things like the command spell or power word kill or something from anyone even hearing it. So add noise into your game, and sometimes it can be a side effect of adding the noise. So a player sets off a bomb and it knocks down a construction crane in a construction location, and a building starts to fall. And as things start to fall and clang on each other, the sound is just deafening, and there's no way for people to communicate with each other. So add noise, remove all noise, make things deafening, make it hard for people to communicate. Maybe they have to make concentration rolls or some kind of comprehension roll or willpower roll in your game or your game setting, whatever. So as always, when in doubt, role play it out, use that third pillar, use the environment, add these little gems, little nuggets, little pieces of flavor. I'm DBJ. I'm a contributor writer to Critical Hit Publishing. Go check out Drive-Thru RPG and hit Critical Hit Publishing, or check out our Facebook group at Critical Hit Publishing. Detail below. As always, thank you for your patronage and have a good one.